Today we're going to do what no man has done before. I'm going to show you how to cook ramen in a microwave. Let's get started. So the first thing you're going to need is obviously your ramen brick. This is the standard ramen that you get for about 25 to 50 cents depending on where you're shopping. Or if you go to Whole Foods, you might be able to get a pack of this for $20. Let me show you guys what you're going to need for this recipe. So you're going to need some water. I have my water in this measuring cup because it's going to be easier for me to pour one-handed. In addition to, it looks very professional for this cooking tutorial. Next, you're going to need a bowl, and I'll show you what we're going to do with that in just a second. All right, so first thing you're going to want to do is actually open up your ramen pack. And just like that, we have it open. Unless there's a huge error, the first thing you should see as soon as you open up the ramen package is your flavoring. So we're gonna start off by opening this flavoring and putting it in the bowl. Pro tip, you always wanna smack the bag around a little bit just to show it who's boss, in addition to making sure all the seasoning is at the bottom of the bag. So I'm gonna rip off this top corner up here. And we're gonna pour the seasoning all over the bottom layer of the bowl. I wanna make sure I get every ounce of sodium out of this bag. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually pour some water into this bowl. A little bit of water, there we go, just to get it started. I'm going to get one of my handy dandy chopsticks, and I'm just going to stir around the bottom a little bit. So what this does is gets the seasoning all nice and mixed around with the water. So once you feel that you've properly mixed the seasoning, you're just going to want to take a little break there, and you're going to actually want to take the actual ramen brick. All right, so the ramen brick is coming out in pieces. So we're just gonna add the pieces into the bowl. Look at how beautiful and majestic this is. All right, anyways, so we're just gonna put this into the water here, making sure that it is submerged. And then we're just gonna douse it with more water. Put it up to about there. And as you can see, if you look closely, most of it is submerged. There's just a little bit off of the top that is not submerged. I'm just going to use my fingers here just to dip it in, making sure that the whole brick is getting a little bit wet. Once I feel there's an adequate amount of water, I'm just going to grab the bowl. We're going to take it over to the microwave. Okay, so I'm going to open the microwave at this point. We have our handy dandy paper towel here that I made a little bit dirty. Just slap it on top so that, there aren't any splatters or any type of mess. Usually isn't for ramen, but you never know what's going to happen. So I'm going to put this in for 2 minutes. All right, so once the 2 minutes is up, we're going to open up the microwave. And what we're going to do is actually we're going to stir around the noodles a little bit. As of right now, it's still kind of hard because it wasn't able to fully cook, because they recommend that you actually put this in for the whole 3 minutes. But I just want to dip around a little bit more just in case any of the ramen brick was sticking out of the water. So now that I properly stirred it around a little bit more, I'm going to put it in for another minute and a half to 2 minutes. Always remember the napkin. All right, so I just pulled the ramen out of the microwave, and we're just going to swish it around a little bit just so that it could more evenly cook. We're just going to let this sit for a couple minutes, and by that point, it should be ready to be eaten. At this point, it already looks really delicious to me. I don't know about you guys. Steaming up the lens a little bit even. Sometimes when I'm making ramen, I like to add what I call ramen enhancers. So let's go get my special little buddy over here. Here it is. This is what I deem to be a ramen enhancer. As you can see, it is a hard-boiled egg. Never seen anything like this beautiful little creature. So what you could do is you could add the hard-boiled egg directly in to the ramen, or you could slice it up a little bit, add it to your ramen, and eat it that way. For me personally, I like to just eat the egg as it is and like to munch on it as I'm eating my delicious ramen. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys prefer to slice up your hard-boiled eggs or just eat it whole? So at this point, I've waited around for a couple minutes, and as you can see, it's getting nice and soft and ready to be eaten. So if this video helped you out, feel free to leave a like. Feel free to check out my other video on how to cook rice. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Don't forget about me. Oh yeah, look at that. That looks nice and comfy. Gonna tuck in this egg with a blanket of noodles.